Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for everything Charleston and beyond. I'm Ashley Meservey. When it comes to standardized testing, some students, including yours truly, let the importance of the exam get the best of them. The College Planning Center says that can change with their help. Here's more on how they do it and why you should give it a try. Joining us today, Chris Parsons at the College Planning Center here at their Mount Pleasant location. Thanks for having us today.
Welcome.
Okay, we're talking about something really important that a lot of students and parents get stressed out about, and it's SAT prep, ACT prep. There's no other prep that we're doing, right?
That's the only prep that we're working on, yes, right.
All right. So first off, talk about what you offer here at the College Planning Center.
Our test prep services are very individualized for each student. We understand that test prep is kind of like a dirty word. Kids get scared, parents get scared, and nobody wants to do it. So we understand that it has to be really focused on what each kid needs individually. And so our test prep program is designed to focus in on the weaknesses of each student and to help those students boost their scores up based on what they need to work on.
Okay, talk about some of those weaknesses. What are they? You know, I know personally when I was going through school, I would study. I would even be tutoring others and they'd make a higher grade because I'd sit down and start psyching myself out. I'm sure that's one of them. Yeah,
one of the issues with testing is test anxiety. Definitely plays an issue, timing, all those kind of things. But the test is like anything else, the more you practice at it, the better you're gonna get. And the more comfortable you get, the better you'll get with time management. We do a full diagnostic ACT and SAT with all of our students initially to find out exactly what they're missing, what kind of questions, how many they're missing, so we can design a test prep plan that's gonna fit exactly with the things they need to work on. And the more we can get those things in tune with what they need to do, the more comfortable they're gonna get, the higher the scores are gonna go.
And do you address all kinds of, let's say a student is dyslexic or, but is fully functioning in school, do you also help them kind of better prepare for tests?
We do, not only help them prepare, but also understand what they can get. They can get time and a half, they can get double time. If they have a 504 LD, they can get a lot of extra time if they need to on the test, and that can make a big difference. The test is not perfect, we know it's not, but it's kind of what we're left with. We're also very good at finding schools that are test optional if they don't get their scores up where they want them to get to. So the test does not have to be the end-all be-all. It's not going to be the death knell if you don't get the scores up, but we're going to try our hardest to get them up as high as we can get them.
In South Carolina right now, what is a good score as far as getting into state schools?
And state schools, around 1100 would be considered like an average score or thereabouts. But if you want to get into Clemson or even schools that are a little more difficult to get into, you're going to need to be about 1200, 1300 even.
You didn't say the University of South Carolina, right?
University of South Carolina is also difficult to get into as well. But the scores are rising, and as acceptance rates go down, scores are going to have to go up. And that's just one area that students are going to have to start improving.
Okay, and just give us a little bit of insight on some of the experiences you've had with kids. I mean, have seen a great deal of improvement, I'm sure, over the years. We see really steady improvement. We see kids moving from upwards of 140 to 150 points up on average on the SAT and 2 to 3 points on the ACT. But from student to student, we can see as big as shifts as we had one student move from a 19 to a 26 on the ACT. That is a huge movement, wow. And it's going to make a huge difference not only in getting into school, but also the amount of money that student will get. So that can change that student's life, both in school and after school when they don't have the debts they would have had otherwise. And real quick, I know that the testing isn't just the only thing. You have to be able to write essays and show all of your community involvement and extracurricular activities. Do you also help them kind of map that out?
We work on every aspect. Testing is just one facet of what we do. It's an important facet, but we're going to help them highlight all the things they need to be strong in. So anything they need to work on, we're going to help them accentuate those positives, so that it's not just testing. We don't want the test to define any student, but we're going to make sure that if they're looking at that score, it's going to show them in the best possible light.
And let's be honest, this whole process can be very overwhelming. You offer free consultations, right?
We do free initial consultations so they can see exactly what they need to do. Yes, we encourage anybody to come in and find out exactly what they need to be working on. Whether they stay and work with us or not, they're going to get a really good roadmap of what they need to do moving on.
That's wonderful. Okay, so 2 locations, one here in Mount Pleasant and the other?
And other in Surfside. right on 17 Business.
All right, well, thank you very much, Chris. And as always, you can visit their website at collegeplanningscenters.com.